Well, I was just looking at this one before I pressed record, and I was thinking, who made up this crazy problem? Oh, wait a second, I did. Because how are we going to graph this? If I try to use this calculator, then you have to put y equals. There's no choice. You have to put y equals. And on this one, how are you going to solve for y? That would be extremely difficult. So we either have to change this word, then change the order. So either change it to polar first and then graph it, or you'd have to use some other graphing system like Desmos. Okay, but now I can't see the problem. Because with Desmos, you can type in whatever equation you want. So I'll put parentheses, and then x gets squared. Ignore the graph, because it graphs as I'm typing in, so ignore it till I'm done. Plus y squared, parentheses, and then that is squared, and then it equals 2xy. Oh, it's an infinity symbol. Turns sideways, but that's infinity. Okay, Desmos is free. You can get the app for free. Just search up desmos.com. It's a pretty cool program. It's pretty cool that it's totally free. And it's ad-free also. It's not like they're going to try and sell you junk. So it's this infinity symbol, or lemniscate. Sorry, I don't know how to spell lemniscate. I'm going to try lemniscate. Yeah, close enough. Okay, what about changing to polar coordinates? All right, so we have equations like r squared equals x squared plus y squared. And we've got that x equals r cosine of theta. And y is equal to r sine of theta. These are the types of formulas we could use. The only other one is y over x equals tangent of theta. But I'm not going to be using this one here because there's no y divided by x. So x squared plus y squared can be replaced with r squared. So that's what goes right here. So it's going to be r squared, and then it's squared, equals 2 times x is equal to r cosine theta, and y can be replaced with r sine of theta. And then this could be simplified. This would be r to the 4th. This has an r times an r, so there's 2r squared times cosine theta times sine theta. And then I could simplify by dividing both sides by r squared. So that would leave r squared equals 2 cosine theta times sine theta. And then even this could be simplified because that's a trig identity for sine of 2 theta. So there we go. It's actually done. So this is another one of those where, look at, with my TI-84, I could not even graph this. It's so complicated. But if you change it to polar, all you need to do is take the square root and you could graph it on the TI-84 now. So if I change it to polar and I put, so I'll need to take the square root. I put the square root of sine of 2 theta, and when you take square root, it's supposed to be plus or minus, so I'll also need to do the negative square root of sine 2 theta. And then take a look at the graph. Well, I'll need to zoom in, but it made the same graph. Hey, right there, the calculator made a mistake again. So I'm gonna just change one of the numbers a little bit so it's forced to regraph it. Negative 1.5 to 1.5. And also slow it down. So watch. When it graphs right there, it left a gap. Now it's regraphing it, so it's gonna fill in that gap, but at the beginning it left a gap right there. So you just have to be aware of sometimes the calculator is not completely accurate, but the math is always completely accurate.